What's up, everyone? I'm Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess, and this is Tarot of the Week from September 5th to the 11th. So stay tuned to see what Spirit has to say and the intuitive messages I receive. What's going on, you guys? It's a whole new week and we're here to see what Spirit has to say with the messages for the collective. So you take what resonates, leave what does not. For those of you that do not know, if you're new here, please subscribe. I do weekly videos of Tarot of the Week, and I also have, for the month of September, the monthly astrology forecast based on Western astrology. And if you're interested to see what's happening for this entire month, the astrology info alone, in the description box down below, you can go directly to that link, and also last week's predictions to see what actually came true for you. So again, if you're new here, please subscribe. I do these weekly, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks for participating and supporting my channel. I'm so close to getting monetized, so please share this with somebody, and I love to see what you guys have to say in the comments. We're building a community here within Scorpion Goddess, so be sure to comment down below what resonated, if anything did, and let's get into this reading. So I want to see what are some things that we should expect during this week for everyone here. I want to know the messages. Starting with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is coming out. Now, it looks like there may be some... I think people are trying to walk away from certain situations that they feel like aren't serving them anymore. But I feel like they're doing this in a way where they're afraid or uncomfortable with the accountability of their own actions. And it's like, we're so quick to be like, well, this person did this person did this to me, so that's why I'm leaving, or whatever it is. And it's like, okay, but what about the things that you did or did not do? Did you say something to this person? Did you react in a way? You know what I mean? Like, where's your accountability? Don't try and leave the situation without communicating to this person. I also see there's a lot of miscommunications, and maybe you're trying to like sneak away, walk away from a situation that you're just uncomfortable with because you're afraid to speak up for your own part of things and saying how you actually feel, because you feel like you may not be heard. So the best way to handle it is just to walk away. But Spirit's saying it's not the best thing to do. Walking away is not going to solve anything but create more issues and a pattern you need to stop doing. If you're always running away from a situation, even if you don't see that that's how it is how it is. And you got to be real with yourself. Another 7 coming out. We're dealing with the Chariot. This could be vehicle issues. I see people getting into a flat tire. Your oil needs to be changed. There's some kind of accidents you need to be careful of. There could be a sharp object in the road that you hit and it ruins your car. Flat tire, a bumper, something like that. Little pebbles or something cracking your windshield too is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like crack, crack, crack is coming out. So if you haven't fixed or gotten your car looked at, I definitely see car issues happening this week as well, which makes sense because we are in Mercury retrograde as of when we get to Wednesday the 9th. That's when it'll be in actual retrograde. This is a lot of sevens. 7 of Pentacles is coming out. This is a lot. And then the Hanged Man reversed, okay? This is a lot of 7s. It's interesting because I talked about the Mercury retrograde, and it's going to be happening in the sign of Libra, which is the 7th sign of the zodiac. So we may be tapping into, instead of sneaking away from certain situations and not dealing with them properly, we need to see that there is more work that needs to be put into this situation, more effort that needs to be put into this conversation, this person, this whatever the situation that this pertains to for you personally. There is something more that needs to be done. There is room for growth in this, and using that Libra Mercury energy of being able to communicate in the most diplomatic way possible is what needs to be done. How can I do this? There is some work that needs to be done internally, right? Where the movement of us is more of an internal movement that needs to happen. We're stuck in our own ways, and we need to get out of our head in that those patterns, that thought process, that train that we're always on, because it's not correct or not for us anymore. And we need to realize we need to get out of our headspace, and we need to be more open to the other possibilities that are around us, because our story, our truth is not the only one. So we need to be open and perceptive to the other things that are around us. I don't think all the information is there. So this is Spirit saying you need to be more open. You need to be more open to the possibilities and the information that's going to be given to you with that. I think that's why the 7 is coming out, because it's about balance. It's not just one. There's another side of it too. And how can you put both of these together to make it even? And I think there's some stuff that needs to be done within that we need to figure out. And I'm picking up on like the throat chakra too. The throat chakra, the heart chakra, and the root chakra are standing out a lot. Like, there needs to be some grounding we need to put within ourselves and make sure that when we communicate, it's coming from the heart. So what we're saying is direct and forward, and we're so grounded in how we communicate whatever it is to other people. Yes. And again, going back to the Chariot too, it's like if you look at the two guys in front, this is black and white. This is balance. This is the divine feminine and the divine masculine. This is yin and yang, bringing the light from the darkness and being able to move in a progressive manner. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move forward. I see that there's also delays happening too. Like, we're putting in all this work, all this effort into our dreams, into our aspirations, into this relationship, into this job, into whatever it is that you're doing, right? And it's like, it's still not my time yet. It's still not my time yet, because there's still work that needs to be done, and you've been doing it, but there's still steps that need to be taken. And that's why I think this is a time we're going to be going internally. I see people doing a lot more meditating and a lot more internal spiritual work to realign themselves, to connect on a deeper level, deeper level from within. I'm hearing sound waves. I'm hearing the the Tibetan bowls. I'm hearing that. And right here, the throat chakra, this is what really needs to be focused on this week. Because as I'm saying that, I got this like burning sensation right here. That's where it's like, don't hide away from what you need to speak, but also don't hide away from the information that somebody else may need to give to you. You need to be in a place of saying what it is that you need to say. Respect is standing out a lot too for this week. But just a lot of slowing down. A lot of slowing down is happening. What else is going on for us this week? Maybe I could pull from my other deck too. 8 of Cups. There's a lot of stuff that we're just like needing to leave behind and walk away from. And I think this is a lot of our own patterns. And realizing that we always end up being like the common denominator in a situation. If something isn't working out, I keep running into this issue with this person. What is similar? What is the same in all of these situations? You. So maybe there's something internally you need to work on. And again, as I'm saying this, my throat, like especially on the left side. So I think there's a lot of that divine feminine. We need to go inward to receive more information and be real with ourselves. We need to be honest and be real with ourselves. Okay? We need to walk away from, it's just, we got the 7 and the 8. But I see if we go from the 7 to the 8, it's like, towards the end of the week, I think there's going to be some type of message, a dream that we have that's going to give us some kind of enlightening, okay, I see this and I want to fix this. I want to move forward. But there's something I have to leave behind. What is it that you have to leave behind? That's what you got to listen to your messages and your dreams for. We do have a full moon in Pisces, and that's all about the culmination and completion of things, what needs to be let go of and moved on from, right? And Pisces is an emotional water sign, so this could be an emotional week for us. I'm pulling from the Modern Witch Tarot too now to see what are some messages that need to come out for this week for the collective to continue this reading. We have the Star and the Two of Cups. This is listening to your friendships. I think when this issue maybe that you're trying to walk away from or leave from, we're gonna see what connections and what bonds are really true and really real, and what's actually worth it. I'm picking heavy up on again, speaking from your heart, communicating with your friends, somebody you can really confide in, of like, listen, I've been going through this, I'm really stressed out, or even being open with the people around you. Your community is going to be a big thing, like holding it down during this week as well, like finding or being with people that just make you feel safe, and like it's okay that you feel these kinds of ways, and talking about that too. I see a deep conversation happening. Four of Wands. I see a reconciliation happening for you guys this week. This could be somebody, maybe someone you grew up with too, somebody from your past, someone you grew up with, and reconnecting with them. Somebody from your childhood you used to, play and ride bikes with in the street before the street lights came on, and you had to be home when the street lights come on. It might be, I think some people might be traveling also back to where they grew up at, going back to their hometowns, okay? Because we have the Chariot card and we have the Four of Wands. Some of you may be traveling, going back to, visit your family or whatever it is. Maybe there's something that needs to happen at home. Maybe there's something going on with your family back home, and you're being called to, help this person or your family with a situation. Or maybe your friend that you grew up with reaches out to you because something happened, and you go over there to be with them or be there for them. But I see like a reconciliation happening. If you've been having issues with your mom, right? Because we have the Chariot. This is ruled by Cancer. Cancer is that mothering energy. If you've been having issues with your mother, there could be some reconciliation back at the home. This could be the reconciliation back at the home with your mom. I think some of us are going to be very open and vulnerable too. Very open and vulnerable, and playing both parts. I think maybe in the beginning of the week, this is where we're going to have that, I can't handle this right now. This is too much. I gotta walk away. But I think maybe under this full moon, right? Under this full moon right here, we need to leave those old patterns of how we would handle situations in the past. We need to suck it up, deal with it, figure it out, because if nobody's going to do it for you, only you can. Nobody's going to do it for you, only you can. This reconciliation is very strong. This is a strong bond, a very strong bond. The Empress, this is heavy on mothering energy. Heavy mothering energy. Turning your lemons into lemonade. Turning a bad situation into something that you can really grow from and share with the world. Something you can grow from and share with the world. You're bringing both of those, divine masculine, divine feminine, together and creating something with this Empress card coming out. This is going to be a very impactful, emotional week, because we have a lot of major arcana cards right here. We have the Chariot, the Hanged Man reversed, the Star, and the Empress. This is all about the community, the friendships, and being open to seeing things in a different way and being able to move on forward from that, because this is something that does matter, and compromise is happening. And as I said, that 10-10 popped up, so this is literally like completing something, that duo, that we got this together. I don't see, maybe in the beginning you may feel like I'm alone in this, but then you realize you have people that do see you and do understand you. So I think this week is, like I said, it's going to be an emotional week, but I feel like it's going to be like, it's like, you know, when, like in a movie, you see the person, they're really down and out, and it's like everything that they're really upset about is all in hand. It's like, you're like, oh my God, all these people around them, they're trying to help this person, but they don't see it. Something is going to click this week where you're like, I actually do have these people, and you open up a little bit more and you take that risk of, I know I could get hurt in this situation, but I'm going to take that risk in trusting that me being vulnerable and open is going to be a good thing for me. I see that happening. It's like I'm taking this risk. Like, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I feel like this nudge going to that. And as I'm saying that, my heart's getting on fire right now. So again, it's like that heart chakra, from, you just got to be open with how you feel, and then connecting with the throat chakra, communicating how you feel and letting that out there. But you got to focus on that root chakra to ground yourself before you do this. Whew. Something about smoking too. Maybe somebody wants to get back, maybe they used to smoke and they're getting back into smoking this week as well. Coughing, the lungs, that's coming out as well. We have the Six of Swords. Things are not as tough and as bad as they actually seem. It's just you have to overcome this obstacle. Again, with that communicating, we're dealing with swords. This is all communication. This is all thoughts, and we have Mercury retrograde happening. So it's like, this is saying there's things from the past that may be revisiting this week, and you're going to be tested of, are you going to take this lesson on and move on from it progressively? Because you know that this is your test, you know, and it may feel difficult. This is your test. It may feel difficult, but you're going to move into a more calmer openness, you know, and it might feel kind of scary too. Yeah, I just keep getting, pretty much that's what I'm hearing. And I'm going to pull oracle cards because I was just thinking I should move on to oracle cards, and this came out, and this says, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. And that's what this is literally all about, is finding and growing into that next stage to be your best self, connecting with your highest self. That's why I was hearing the sound bowls, and it's like connecting to your highest self. I feel like there's going to be a dream, or, you know, dreams are going to be a lot more prominent this week anyways, where you're going to be connecting with your highest self, and you're going to be feeling some healing happening too from that. But let's pull a Moonology card, because we have this full moon in Pisces this week. So we're going to see, if I can get the damn thing open, we're going to see what this full moon in Pisces has in store for the collective this week. It's a message that we can take on with this full moon in Pisces. So we have the New Moon in Cancer card, and it says, you and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. So again, if we go back to with the Star, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Swords, this is finding a safe space, communicating with people who really do care for you and understand and hear you, going into that safe space of, you can be emotionally vulnerable with me. I hear you and I'm here for you. But I'm also going to help you grow from this. And that's the best kind of person to have in your corner, is somebody you can be open with. They listen to you, and then they also push you to be better and do better. Now I want to see, because it's a full moon in Pisces, we're going to pull from the Starseed deck. So let's see some oracle messages from the Starseed deck for the collective this week. What are some messages we need to know? You're not for everyone. You're not for everyone. That's literally what it says. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. You are not for everyone. You are not for everyone. And that's okay. You don't have to be for everybody. You know what I mean? As long as you can find that confidence and that awareness of who you are, and being okay with still being yourself around those who maybe, you're not for everybody, but you're still true to yourself at the end of the day. Maybe you have this conversation with this person, or you do this thing, or you handle this situation, and maybe the other person hears you, but they're like, you know what, we have to part ways. And it's like, fine, as long as I said what I needed to say, and both sides were done, that's fine. I'm gonna still be me and realize I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. And finding that confidence within yourself is going to be very key and beneficial for this week. Again, with going within and connecting to your highest self, and the meditation and the sound bowls I just keep hearing. So this was Tarot of the Week. I am Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess. If you made it this far, I want you guys to comment a musical note to represent for the singing bowls, a musical note, and share down below how this reading resonated. And bonus, if you're a Pisces Sun or Rising, let me know down below, but let me know where you have Pisces in your chart. And to know where you have it, you can easily just generate a birth chart online for free if you just go to astro.com or Cafe Astrology and put in your birth info, time, bonus if you know your time, because it's going to be the best way to find out. And yeah, I will see you guys next week, and make sure you check out that September forecast description box down below.